Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to Modded Minecraft. This is Feed the Beast Infinity. I'm currently just wandering around this building at the moment whilst I introduce the series to you guys. You might have seen in the past I did some live streaming on a particular Minecraft server. That server is no longer the one we're actually playing on. It's technically the same server, but it's a different world. Now this server is open. People can join it. There's an application process, which I've mentioned in my streams before now. But there is a forum that we've advertised this server on. I'll put the link to the forum in the description below, because I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. What you do is you go on the forum, you go on our forum post, and you just answer the questions that are at the top of the post, the top of the thread. So you put in your name, your age, where you're from, your play style, favourite mod, things like that. That's all you have to do. And then we review your application, and if you're successful, you'll be invited to join us on the server. It's a free to join server at the moment. I'm not entirely sure of the plans for the future regarding finances, but at the moment it is 100% free to join. And this is what you're confronted with when you first join. You actually spawn up the top, sort of just above there to the left slightly. This is our little starting area. This used to be a mountain directly in front of me, but we flattened it, and in fact you can see online Hooker Menace, who's up there. He built this wall and the gatehouse and the towers in the corner, and it looks absolutely fantastic. This building I'm currently standing in is of my own design. And there's a little bit behind there as well, which I've been working on, which I will show you in a second. This episode is all about railcraft. As with most things I do on this server, it's all about railcraft. One of the things I need to do actually is get rid of this glowstone block here, because I can't seem to place tracks on top of it. I can place tracks either side of it, just nothing on top of it. I can either do that, or I can see if I can get suspended track and see if I can lay that across the top. This is a refueling area. Let me just get rid of that bit, put that there. This is going to be a refueling area. We've got two reservoirs filling up this water tank. There will be a coal equivalent on the other side. And this is just where the trains go when they need refueling. There's an arrivals platform and a departure platform. They're both through there on the other side of that room, you can see. And yeah, that's basically how this is going to work. I'm just running up here into our main base. Now this I have shown on the live stream, so if you haven't seen this before, then go check out my live streams and you'll be able to see what this looks like. Alright, so I need to track, suspended track. Yep, okay, I don't have the necessary materials, so what I'm going to do instead is grab some wood. Do we have oak? Twilight oak, normal oak, there we go. Now you guys should come see my magic trick that I've got prepared here. This is cool what I do with this. Just put that there. Okay, now I'm going to come down here, find the right spot. This isn't my magic trick, this is just me. There we go. To there, and then down to here. This is my rail workshop. There's the two slats of wood that have the track on. They go through into the actual station platform area, which is the other side of that wall. What I'm going to do instead is pop the wood into this barrel here. You can see it gets sucked out of the barrel into this chest here, although you can't see that at the moment because it gets straight away dragged into a sawmill, which is down here. Sawmill cuts it into wooden planks. They go via is it this chest here? No, sawdust goes via, in fact no, yes, it does go via this chest. Sawdust goes up into this thing here and then gets turned into charcoal, which goes into this chest. Everything else, the wood, goes into crafter, which is there, goes into this chest at the back here where it's turned into half slabs, and they go into the rolling machines which are at the back here. These rolling machines are currently full of creosote. As you can see, they're starting to make wooden ties. Now the wooden ties are then put into this machine here, but I'm actually going to take them out of here for now because I need them for something else. You can see that they're actually this machine is programmed to turn wooden ties into rail beds, and that's what that is, and then they go into either track or wooden track depending on what else is in here at the time. Now the standard rails, they come from the rolling machine, which is situated up here. Now the rolling machine, it's got some iron ingots in there at the moment, but not too many. They come from this iron barrel here, goes up into the rolling machine, then gets put back into this, which is then taken into the crafter, where the standard rails are. They're then combined with the wooden rail beds to make rails, which are then pumped back into this chest and then into this barrel here. And you can see just how many rails we've got. We're not going to be running out of rails anytime soon, let's put it that way. What else do we have? Well, over here we have a coal input. Now this goes down directly underneath into this crafter, which turns it into blocks of coal. They then go into this barrel, which are then gradually fed into these coke ovens. There's 8 coke ovens down here. They're all full at the moment of creosote. Once they turn into coal coke, that goes into this line here, which then takes it straight up back into the second barrel, which we saw behind the first one, and that's full of coal coke blocks. The creosote goes through fluid conduit, which is, see, it starts there, goes all the way around the room, comes back to here, to this barrel, where it's then pumped up into the huge tank, which you might have just seen up against the wall. Let me stop running into the wall and I can show you. Here, this huge creosote tank, which then over time feeds a long conduit behind this wall, out of this gap here into the rolling, sorry, not the rolling machines, the carpenters, and then obviously that turns the slabs here into wooden ties, which then are turned into rail beds, which are then turned into rails. We have a capacitor bank here, which is powered by both these steam engines, although they're currently empty. They've got some charcoal in, but not a great deal. But we also have some solar panels, which are just through there on the outside of the building. And that keeps that nicely topped up, which powers all of these machines. And that's basically it. That's my little setup down here. We have a fully automated standard rail crafting process because of all those machines. It becomes a little bit more complicated when we need things like switches. I have to do some jigging around with the Carpenter Tier 2. But apart from that, everything works. And it works nicely. So I don't really have much reason to complain. And, you know, it took me a long time to get it set up and working. But once I did, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Right, so I need to fly over here now. Now, I used to have a really easy way to get onto that under platform. I used to just drop down a hole here. Slip's come along and actually filled these holes in for me, which was very nice of him to do. He's turned it all into stone walls. I still need to do the outside bit here, but the majority of it is going to end up looking like that stone brick there. In fact, you can see the spawn building just on top. And those buildings next to it, I haven't actually checked out yet, but you might have seen Hook on the server. He's been working hard on those, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's done with that. We're now going to spend the next 24 hours trying to get through this gap. It's a real pain. There we go. First time ever that I've managed to do it on the second time of asking. And yes, I can place that track across like that, and it means I haven't got to remove the glowstone. So I now need to run around the other side and do the same thing. So we've got this loop of track which goes all the way around here. This is technically our train storage facility, but it's also being used as refueling points. So I need to put some track across, track there, put that there. Now this runs level with this bit, and level with this bit. This gives you an idea as to how long some of our trains are actually going to end up being. They're not all going to be this long. We are going to have a variance in length of train. Hopefully that will become easier to actually plan out the station. We'll plan it for the longest and then shorten it down as appropriate. Right, so the glowstone is level with that one. So that's where the... I've got to try and work this out. The gap is there, so that's level with this one. That's 1 and a bit from the end, so this one is where the locking track's going to go. We're going to use advanced item loaders to actually sort all this out, which means we can place them at the side and not have to worry about putting them underneath, so we don't have to interrupt this floor, because this building is, I mean, the actual shell of the building is complete. We still got to do the top level up there, we've still got to connect that to the actual hillside, and we've got to do the walls and the roof. but the majority of this building is actually finished. And it was always kind of the plan to have the tracks run around this part of the building. The original design was going to have platform level at that floor height going off in that direction. But because I didn't want to take up too much of the space that we have in this area, people had sort of stated their intention to make buildings, and I just didn't want to get in the way and build these ugly viaducts going across the middle of this square. So I decided to instead have my tracks go through into the mountain. And if I come up this way, so this is the top floor of the station. This will be decorated, don't panic. This area behind here will probably be, it might either be a control office with a view down into the station, or it'll be for retail. We've got these little spots here, they're sort of planned out for either retail or elevators, I haven't fully decided yet. But down here is platform level. And it looks a bit basic at the moment, but this is all going to become a fully built, fully integrated station. We're going to have different tracks. I might need to ask Hook about this laser drill, if he's actually going to be using it still or not. If not, then I can actually extend out into this chasm and build 3, 4, 5, 6, however many platforms we need. There's only going to be one arrival track, and that's this one. Trains are going to scoot straight through here, drop off the passenger onto a platform which is going to run alongside this section. They can then go through here and up the stairs. The other side, which is over here, this will be the departures. So you'll go down here with your ticket onto the platforms, through to whichever train you decide you want to go on, put your ticket in, and off you go. Now this tunnel, if I show you, doesn't emerge until over here. It's a very, very long tunnel, and the track goes in a direct straight line to almost like a peninsula at the end of the island over there. I haven't explored further to see if there's more land yet. It's a temporary terminus. If I find more land, then of course I'll extend the track. This is the boring train. There was a boring machine on the front of this which went out and dug out all these tunnels, sent it out this way, brought it back on this side, and you see it's quite full at the moment, so we're going to have to come up with an unloading procedure for that. There's a lot of stuff here. Anchor cart currently empty. Cool. This is the undercutter, which is what's laid all this cobblestone down. I need to carry on pushing it along to finish off this section. And then again, you can see where the tracks run through into... Let me actually dig this out and I can show you properly. So it goes through like this, put that back, and then through like this, and then this is the train storage, like I said. If there's a train in the block here, then these points will be set so the trains carry on looping round, and every time they need refueling, they'll just zip in to these side tracks, fill up, and then head off again. And this coal coke that I've got here is going to be the principal fuel for the trains. I like to work with steam. I'm not a big fan of electric. Electric's a lot harder to set up than steam, because steam you just lay down some tracks, have a few water towers here and there, and make sure you have a good enough supply of fuel. Whereas with electric tracks, you're always having to make sure the track is actually wired, and then you can't stand on the track because you get buzzed, and it just becomes a huge pain in the backside. So I think I'll be sticking with steam for the time being. Right, I need locking tracks. Do we have... that's detector. Locking, there we go. Right, I've got advanced rails back at... Yeah, okay. I need to get the advanced rails and the rail beds. Let me just sort that out. Nope, wrong level. Come down here. Good chance to show you where my solar panels are, actually. They're literally just lying here. They work at good efficiency, 93% efficiency, which is good for these solar panels, and they keep the... one of these ones? Yeah, 10,000 at 10,000. They keep the capacitor bank charged inside, so it's definitely a successful way of doing things. If I show you again, the capacitor bank runs at 20 million RF, and apart from a few times where the machines dry it out during the night, it's pretty much fully charged for the whole time, which is fantastic. Right, I need advanced rails, which I've got there. Let me grab a stack, actually, put those ones back. And we'll grab a stack of rail beds. And then we'll use the anchor to head back up like that, and then like that. You can see my private bedrooms through there as well. That's only accessible to me. No one else is allowed to use that. We'll stick that there. No, let me try that again. These there. These there. Grab myself 16 of those. They should be more than enough. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. They should now be in the system. Just check that we've definitely got... Looks like we've got everything that we need to actually finish off the track work, even if we're not going to be finishing off the actual water system and coal system yet. In fact, the water system is pretty much done. We just need a liquid loader and some more conduit to link it all up. This coal section is going to take a bit more doing, because we're going to have a barrel and a chest and wire it all up. Right, train holding mode, cool. And we'll do the same thing over here, train holding mode. We'll put another set here, like so. That will also be on train holding mode. Another set here. One here. That wasn't good. Let me just pick that up. There we go. On there like that. Actually, should I move that one over? No, I'll leave that where it is. Okay, another one here. This will all have to be signalled in at some point. I'll probably do that off camera though, because it'll be an absolute pain in the backside to try and sort out. Oh, hook needs my help as well, so I'll have to be going off to do that. Did I just drop my crowbar? I think he's in the nether, so I'll have to go help him out in there in a second. Right, we need to put another one here. Where should I put the next one? Here? Good a place as any. And then a final one here. This is all going to be signalled up so that trains can run freely around the loop unless a block is taken. So for example, if this block here, if this block here is full, then no train will be able to leave this section here. Whether it needs refueling or not is irrelevant. We're going to have some kind of logic gate set up to make sure that trains can't come through. In fact, it doesn't really matter. If this block's full, then it doesn't matter if there's a train there waiting or not. If there's a train here waiting or not, it also doesn't matter. So we're not too bothered about that. Right, that basically ends this episode though, guys. I just wanted to show you the kind of things that I've been working on. We'll carry on working on this when we come back next time, if it's not already finished. I will be constantly working on this off camera. I currently play Minecraft virtually every day, so I'm always looking to try and get things done. But once we get this done, we'll start looking at signalling projects, and then we'll start looking at actually building this station and making it look a lot nicer. So until then, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you soon.